All right, guys, hold on a second. I forgot my glasses and I got to get my other phone.
That was the edge of the world, but here I am, putting it on. It's a beautiful little plant, though. It's like some kind of succulent. It's like similar to a cactus. That could be aloe vera. Oh, nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I thought about how this would be a color. Maybe I will do that with my next one. I was thinking something for the wall, but actual book made up of all of this. Maybe I'll just do that.
I'm down the line to connect these to this phone. Disconnect coverage.
Available somewhere.
All right, guys, let me get this rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. My my channel. My channel. Hey, Wild Wolf, Don 543. Welcome. Welcome, you guys. Wild Wolf is first. You are indeed first in the chat. Welcome back, guys. Uh, no, let's do the greeting. Let's do the greetings. Yeah, sorry. All right, we're back. Back up in the T. We're gonna add a little bit more. We got another good hour and a half before I have another weekend shift. Short shifts this weekend, so it's nice to be able to get in some paint time. Um, oh, okay, we're gonna start off by switching out the orientation.
But I kind of like the chaos.
Sorry, random. We'll keep you on. We'll keep you on, but I gotta turn you down a little bit. Change the orientation here. Let's remember to flip these. All right. Get our screws back in there. You guys able to hear me? Got the earbuds in. Whoops, wrong screw hole. What the hey? It's not in the oh. Well, that's good enough. Yes, yesterday we used this, not quite, was it cerulean or um I don't think it was turquoise at all. I don't remember saying turquoise, which when I looked at it, I was surprised. It is aqua green, bright aqua green. Now I can chill in your stream. Yeah. You don't have to be the one performing. You just sit back and make comments. You just sit back. If you got some tea or coffee, some snacks, sit back and make comments. That's what you do. Okay, we got that done. We'll get our we'll get our hair dryer ready. And and we're gonna do some more drips. Do some more drips. Thinking another darker color up top here. Or should I go light, then dark? We'll do that. We'll go light, then dark, because last time we went dark, then light. So what do we have? We got some brown. You can do some more blue. Have this ultramarine. I don't know. We've been going with some crazy colors lately. Going with crazy color. Drippy drips. Yeah. Everybody likes drips, right? Who doesn't like good drippy painting? We can go cerulean. And then how about this light blue? I said light first. Light, light, light. Brighten this up. Running out of hey Nugget VR, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for the like. How is this? Are you guys able to hear me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our tube is farting. It's like a splatter fest out here. All right. Yep, we're gonna have to re-up some colors. Need to make a trip to Blick. I can either go to if I go up to Minnesota, but that would just be a trip to go get art materials. So, I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just wait. Now I could go to Michael's. They sell Liquitex basics. And I could try those paints out and see how their pigment quality is in their paints. But I usually like to get just a little bit higher quality. 'Cause sometimes you get the cheap stuff and the pigment loads in the paint aren't that great. And so you're using more paint just to make up for the lack of pigment in the paint. So you might be getting a deal on it, but your pigment load is not as good as if you spent a little bit more money. But, you know, we do what we can based on our budgets. Balling on a budget. Budget ballers, as they say. Balling on a budget, which can be done. You don't necessarily have to use quality materials, but Depends on what you're trying to do. I know there's people that go to the dollar store. I didn't even know dollar stores or those like dollar like stores, Dollar Tree or Family or whatever they call them, even sold art materials. I'll use some crappy materials along with quality materials. Wolf says you can make cool things with cheaper art stuff. Yeah, you can make cool things with junk, pretty much. For me, I worry about the longevity of the artwork um, over time. So I feel bad, like if I use some cheap materials and somebody buys the work. I mean, if it's priced um, in that way where it's affordable. I mean, if you're using cheap materials and you're like selling your pieces for a lot of money, somebody might be bummed out if your work doesn't last 5, 10 years because they're making an investment pretty much. I know the whole art market is a weird thing, but I guess if you price your stuff accordingly, if you're selling it, you're not trying to take advantage of somebody. But it's not like it hasn't happened before where people have used cheaper materials and, you know, I mean, even Jean-Michel Basquiat probably used cheap ass materials and his work sells for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Well, some of his works that have sold on market or at auction. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. Maybe I should start using. I just the thing is when when you use materials like paints that don't have the pigment loads, my thing is I'm sitting there painting layer over layer over layer just to get um, uh, a certain quality. Like you get some cheap paint and you brush it on and it's very thin. I mean, if that's what you're going for, then that's fine. But if you want a nice, solid opaqueness, and that's what um, greater pigment loads in the paint will do, then you're gonna spend so much time doing painting over and over layers when you could just do one or maybe two. And it also depends on how you paint, what you want to paint, what you're trying to achieve. I mean, they say art is dead, so it doesn't even matter anymore. Doesn't matter. I don't know. If I did these, like if I did these color drips and the paint pigment was so low, all these areas would be super translucent. And I mean, if that's what I was trying to go for, that's fine. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do like we did yesterday. We're gonna space these out. More drippy drips. More drippy drips. Get drip on. I should try a different way of dripping instead of doing it like this. I could splatter. I could do where I throw paint at the canvas. I could save that for some other canvases. So right now I'm composing. I am composing, making composition based on choices that are arbitrary choices. I am not going based off a written script. It is all intuitive, but still um, s- still a little bit thoughtful, not just complete randomness. It's almost like a game how I compose this stuff, like creating a oh, guess random went off the air and I missed it. Let me put this on so I can actually see the chat better. I need to like change the font so it's big so I can see. I got old person eyes. Yeah, old person eyes. So I don't know if I posted or I gotta check my post, but I don't think I made a post. There's that project that I was working on last week, the 30 seconds, the masterpiece video, is finished. It's up. Actually, everybody's video is up. If you go to Melody Provenzano's channel, sometimes you'll see her in the chat here. She's a painter and YouTuber. She organized this uh, little challenge, and I said I would do a piece, and I created something, and it's up there to be viewed and voted on. So whoever gets the most votes or likes or comments, I guess comments are included, but it's like one vote per artwork art piece. Um, yeah, I'll have to make. I don't think I made a post on my YouTube. I did on I did on X. I did on Facebook, and it was something I haven't tried before. I've done on Canvas, but um, not as like a video or anything. But it was I set up like I guess a plastic or glass plate. Oops. Let's add our water first before I start going into this. Ooh, I should have did every other one. That's all right. Those are the type of games that I do. It's like, okay, what do I want to do? How do I approach this? If I'm going to put water on it, do I do the whole entire thing? Do I do part of it? Do I alternate? Little stuff like that. Little. little games, paint games, I guess you can say, to building up the composition here. Might need a little bit more water. I should have made this a little thinner, the paint, when I mixed it. It's a little thick. That's okay. Okay, there we go. We got our runs. Sometimes it's hard to read chat. The letters are so small. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to change the font size. That might be something that uh, could, I guess, I don't know if it's been suggested to YouTube already. Uh, I don't know if they've made any updates to their channel interfaces. I think actually, you know what? Maybe on desktop you can. Well, actually, that's if you're doing subtitles, but chats, I'm not sure about chats. You probably have to go through like some third party app, like uh, a streaming app to be able to show that. Like I could have, well, I don't know. It would be kind of awkward in the vertical format. With horizontal, you get a little bit more space to play with, but you can have the chat showing on the screen versus like, you know, how YouTube has it just off to the side. You might be able to change the size of that. So you would you would actually see the chat in the live stream screen, and you can I think you can change the size of it. But then it's there, it's embedded, you know, permanently in the VOD. So I've noticed people who where I've done OBS stuff like that, like when my gaming stream and I show the chat in the game screen. Um, if people change their names or their avatars, um, the VODs just show the old stuff. But if that changes, it always changes in the YouTube chat. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, we have our drippy drips, and I think I might do where. All right, we're gonna mix the other blue. We're gonna drip darker blue, our cerulean. Should I do cerulean though, or is that too many blues? Blues on blues. That's all right. We'll do the blue. That's what we picked. We'll just go with our first choice. I try to get caught up in option paralysis. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So you were you working on that canvas some more, Wolf, today? Or did you finish it? I think I'm gonna thin this out just a little bit more. Oops. Nice to have a space where if you spill something or make a mess on the floor, you don't have to worry about it too much. Like if I were doing this in the house and I did that, I'd be freaking out and having to run to go get something to clean this up with. But in the garage, yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Garage floors, dirty. Yeah, paint splatters everywhere. Paint. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Tomorrow, yes. Oh, okay. Are you only doing that on a live stream, or are you working on that uh offline? I liked it a lot. Um, it's cool that you're trying different stuff with the charcoal on the canvas. Like I said, I've only done charcoal as a tool to do a sketch that I just paint over, not as part of the piece itself. And I like charcoal. Charcoal's fun to work with, but it's been a long time. That and oil pastels, I haven't worked with either of those 2 in a long time. Yep, when I was younger, like in my later 20s and early 30s, I was using stuff like that. Okay, let's do this. So we'll go, how did we do this? We'll go this way. And bird sounds like bird noises sound like rusty wheels, or it could be a rusty wheel, like a rusty swing. And then this side, go on this side, because left, yep, we were doing the right and left thing yesterday in honor of America's two-party system. Get our water on here. I swear, yeah, that's gotta be birds, and they sound like rusty swings. You know what? Maybe we should do a third color since we got this going. It won't be a blue though if I do. Okay, and then we'll come back with our water. Where's our dirty water? I want to put the brush in the dirty water. Keep it from drying out. Offline for now. Okay. You're at least you're still painting on it, but you will do a live stream tomorrow where you work on it. All right, we got that cleaned up. Um, God, I feel like I'm missing some colors. Oh, you know what I did want to do though? Let's clean up the brush, and we do want to drip, 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 more drips. Guess we're doing the whole bit and caboodle. I know you guys want to see me go absolutely bonkers. Just make a huge mess. We can do that. Those would have to be saved for future canvases. Hey, Jan, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Yep, we're doing more drips. We're getting we're getting drippy with it. Hey, it's 12:21. Wait, what do they call that? A palindrome? 12:21. Just happened to look at the clock. Yeah, and I'm thinking, you know what? Okay, where's my purple? And we need some white. We're gonna do one more color. Gonna be a light. So we got our dioxazine purple. Maybe not too light. Somewhere in the middle. We always do like very light purple. And then we got our titanium white. Let's see what we can get out of this tube. I do have another, I think a brand new tube of titanium. Oh, I think I'm putting too much white in there. All right, we'll see what happens. Uh, and yeah, I do. I'm gonna have to make a trip to get more supplies. Not gonna be today though. Not today. I do need more matte medium. So I think I still have a little bit more work on those other 4 panels. But, who knows? I like the drips, but the drips will definitely not be the focal point. So they will get buried just like the previous drips, but you'll be able to see them somewhat. All right, we have like a medium, I want to say like a medium valued purple here. Medium value. So make sure it's mixed up well. Geez, I could just do this all day and just keep going, mixing other colors and keep on adding. Yep, we're going off to the side here, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. And on this side, it's going to be on the left. On the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Got a lot of paint left. Now, I could do this so the white didn't get quite all the way thoroughly mixed in. So there's some little streaks of white, not too noticeable unless you're up close on the canvas here. But I could play with that a little bit more with not quite mixing. Now I need to get the matte medium mixed in there better. So if I mixed the paints separately and then added them after the matte mediums were mixed in, then I could kind of not fully mix the two colors together, and there would be some interesting paint mixes dripping down here. Kind of already what I'm doing, but combining them before they hit the canvas. I think I need a little bit here. So we'll just drip it in the corner. All right. You know what? I should have some of my paper pieces set up on the wall so I can just add paint to the paper instead of just kind of wiping this off or having to wash the paint out of my brushes. There's a lot of paint still in there that could be used before I wash out the brush. Because the paint water gets pretty thick with leftover paint. Even the paint water, when it gets to a certain, um, what's the word? My brain is not working. Brain not working. When it gets to a certain saturation of paint pigment to water, even though that water is dirty, it could be used for something. I like using that muddy water. All right, now we need our water dripping, running, in and out. Drip, drip, drip. Do this too. Okay, okay, okay. Whoa, there's a. I should have like a little trough down here to catch all that. It just runs back behind the two by four, and two by fours end up sticking to the wall and when it dries. All right, we got this. We got this. Go down. Two by four is going to be super colorful and coated in paint, at least in that section. All right, guys. So let's clean out the brush here. What do we got? 12:30. So we got an hour left. Probably could get another layer of something on this after we're gonna hit this with the hair dryer, let it mostly dry, and then remove whatever um, is still wet. So let's. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pour this old water into this new water, which has some stuff in it. In there, and go get some new. Actually, I could just pull out of this bucket. I'll just pour some from the bucket, or big bucket. Come on, big bucket. Thanks, guys, for the likes. We hit we hit 420 the last stream. Actually, we hit 421. Oh, now it's 422. Thanks, guys. Thanks whoever subbed this stream. I appreciate it. I wish there was a way that YouTube would be able to show me the new subscribers if they wanted to be shown so that I can give them a shout out. Be like, thank you for the sub. Thanks for the like too. I appreciate it. So it's gonna get slightly noisy from our hair dryer. So if you guys want to put it on mute, or maybe my I know my earbud might do that. If noises get too loud, I think it cancels out or mutes the sound. So let's give it a try. Okay, guys, hold on a second. I want to try something. I was just while I was drying that, I was thinking, what if we hit the surface with a paper? Little little nod to Willem de Kooning and his use of newspaper and his construction of his some of his pieces. Okay, we need a freshie. We need a freshie. Yeah, you can see you can see how much paint got left behind. A lot of paint. That's a lot of paint. Sometimes you have to add, and sometimes we have to subtract. Oops. They wiped off some of my palm. Today, I haven't been getting as much paint on my hands as I did the past sessions here. Yeah, see, look at all that paint left behind. Okay, I did get some more paint on me. Use some of this water. Put these tubes away so I'm not accidentally stepping on stuff, knocking stuff over. Where's the top lid? There's a container right here. Just so I don't knock that. And then we're gonna hit this with the it's gonna get noisy again, guys. Just for a short period of time. All right, guys. So we're going to try to remove some of whatever's left over. So I need some more paper towel. Get that water out of that brush. All right. Put this over here. See how much we remove. I want to be scraping on this or rubbing on this too hard, or else we'll remove stuff that will help make this a little bit more interesting. But we'll just kind of dab it with water and this paper towel. Then grab a new one because that one is saturated with paint and it won't remove paint very well. We'll just kind of dab at this, which will remove the excess. Not sure how much is left to dab off, but our paper towel is still going strong. And then we can do this side for sure. Get a new paper towel because that one is saturated with paint. Come on. Oh yeah, I need to get some more another box of shop towels. I think we have a good half a box left. Mm. Yeah, that purple was kind of overpowering quite a bit of stuff on that top portion. So it's nice to kind of remove some of it. Let's see. Not too bad. Let me hit it with the hair dryer again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see this with a matte medium, just to kind of seal what I got. Hey, Sabrina Suburban Garden, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Saying, well, I'm assuming you were saying hello in chat. Yeah, I don't see anything. It just says your name. I don't think you left a message. Hitting the send too early. Okay, we got about 40 minutes left, so I think we can get after I add this real quickly. Um, I think we can get at least one more layer. Yeah, sorry guys, these streams are kind of short. Um, I do have some days off coming up. Monday, I might be able to get some painting in, but wife and I have some doctor's appointments, and of course, we'll do breakfast and lunch. So who knows when, if I'll get a chance to come out here, even if it's just for a short time, like an hour or something. I think it'll be worth it just to keep moving along on these. And I know it's still early October, but things could go south pretty quickly around this time of year. And so if it starts to get colder, painting out here won't be really an option. Once it starts slipping below 50 degrees, paint kind of doesn't want to dry quickly. So I think I might rotate these to the landscape format and do some spray paint stuff. And this is why I want to seal this. So I have a layer in between the acrylic paints here and the spray paint. Let me add some more. Yeah, we're about a third of a bottle left of this bottle left of matte medium. Not sure if I have any gloss medium. Usually, I don't know. It depends on what you're trying, the effects you're trying to create. I would usually save that for last, but if you don't want your stuff just so shiny, matte is good. And if there's a satin, satin's kind of in between matte and gloss. Yeah, but once this matte medium dries, it should be okay. Not really getting much on the sides. I think I haven't been doing much in the landscape mode. We stick in portrait, which is, I guess, considered this more vertical format. Okay, we need a little bit more. And we'll hit it with the hair dryer again, and then we can continue on with whatever next step we go with. Like I said, this would be pretty interesting on a larger scale. Okay, what's going on here? Medium's just hanging out on that little section. Little blurb that's sticking out there. I don't know if there are people out here that remember the first Karate Kid or Mr. Miyagi's training Ralph Macchio's character. He's having him paint the fence. So when he goes up, he has the block for a, with his hand, and then when he goes down, his palm is out and he's blocking down. I kind of think about that when I do this, but I'm not in a good stance, and I'm also not really practicing that. But I'm thinking of the motion. You know, you want the full stroke. Oh, up, down, up. It's like a printer. Man, I am a robot. All right, so let me get this water here. Clean off our brush. Clean off our brush. I just noticed I was looking in the at the monitor and I'm wearing this says Banksy. This is a bootleg Banksy T-shirt. It's my guess. Somebody, my wife got this off the internet somewhere, and it is definitely not an OG Banksy approved T-shirt, as far as I know. So somebody is profiting off of Banksy's name, but it's held up over time. I've had it for years. I don't think my wife really thinks about that stuff. She's just like, "Oh, my husband's an artist. He's in the Banksy kind of." No, I like Banksy. I'm not a huge Banksy fan, but I appreciate what he's done or what they've done because we still don't know who Banksy is. I know some people out there are Banksy fanatics. I'm like, yeah, they do some good work, and I'm sure they've contributed a lot to the art, street art. Very clever. You can definitely tell who the Banksy copycats are or Banksy bootleggers. All right, let's see. So we're gonna hit that again with the hair dryer. We have 30 minutes. 30 minutes to make some more messes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I could just do a layer of um, latex enamel and then call it a day. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, like these ones here. This last layer on these two, we're done with the latex enamel, Rust-Oleum latex enamel, and then I just kind of blotted it off. I don't think I did as much dripping as I did on these ones, but it would kind of do a similar thing depending on how I remove the paint, the latex paint enamel surface. But I'm trying to decide if those are The ones I just showed you are okay for the finished backdrop for the line work. So what I can do though is let me rotate these to the landscape format. And we will go from there. Landscape. Okay, hold on, guys. We got some wet paint. We got some wet going on here. Whoops. Gotta put it so it's expanded in, not listening it. Okay. Okay. So, all right. There we go, guys. For some reason, the bottom right screws do not do anything. Plug in our it's called again now. Oops. So we got about 30 minutes to apply the paint and do whatever we need to do. Oh, I forgot. I don't have my fan on. That would have helped the heat a little bit. So we have these grays. What do you think, guys? Gray? Gray? Do I have another gray? You know, semi-gloss black, heirloom white, Kona brown. We have a Krylon gloss leather brown. That's the semi-gloss black. Espresso, which is kind of a darker brown. Okay, that one's empty. Leather brown. Dark gray. Oh, we're out of that dark gray. Blood green. Hunter green. Almond. Hunter green. Gloss. And then, do we have any others? No, those are empty. Nope. Really, I don't have all my colors. Could use red since I use blue and yellow and heirloom white. What do you guys think? Gray or heirloom white? We have this stone gray, which hasn't been opened yet. For heirloom white, we do have almond. And then where's our red? Okay, we got navy blue, And we have Colonial Red. Don't we have a red? Here we go. Gloss Banner Red. We could use that. Acrylic Latex, indoor, outdoor, soap and water cleanup for metal, wood, and more. Hey, basketballer and gamer, what's up? Remember you? Yes, we do, basketballer and gamer. How are you doing today? Good to see you back in chat. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be on for probably a little more than 20 minutes if we can manage. Um, okay. Well, I think that side's going to get the red. So we'll do the red. If I can find my paint key, here it is. Okay. I don't know if I need to mix this up, but let's, I can find my little paint stick. Give it a quick mix. So just so we're being thorough. So I haven't opened this yet. Make sure the paint is mixed in. Well, all right. I can't remember what I did last time. Did I just brush it on? We just brushed it on. We just brushed it on. Just taking advantage of what was on there. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Yeah, that doesn't help when you're getting paint on your brush, your big brush. Come on. Oh my God, why did I put that on there? Tight. There we go. Get that paint off of there. I don't want it drying on my brush. Ruining this brush. The big brushes can get, it's hard to find old big brushes that are good or just old brushes that are good versus the new brushes, which are all synthetic bristles and stuff. Okay, hold on. I'll wipe this off real quick. Oh, and then let's do this. Cover the surface of our painting here with the latex paint. Just get in there. We're not going to worry about brush strokes too much. Just get the paint on there. Should have left that no space. Just want to get enough paint on there. All right, guys. It will start to dry pretty quickly. So we need to move quickly. Ah, shoot. Now I'm getting paint all over my hand. Where is the dirty water? That's what we're looking for. Keep that brush in that dirty water. And then we have our paper. Uh, Whoops. Shoot. Oof. I don't want to get the paint on the other canvas. Gotta be careful when they're that close together. I want to be accidentally doing something stupid. Okay, come on, guys. Gotta move quickly. We're gonna get this. Here we go. But other panels or paper we have available this time. Whoop. All right, guys. Okay, then we hit it. Then we hit it with the hair dryer. Where's our hair dryer? Come on, hair dryer. Come on, hair dryer. Get over here. Hey, paper. Hey, paper. What you doing? Let me see. Let's see. This up. Paper towels. Paper towels. There's the water. So, Blot this. See how much of this comes off. I'm assuming this section will come off. Yep. Okay. Only one more. Oh, sorry, guys. Not my. Not bad. Don't mind it. This side right in the corner dried real quick though. 'Cause it was thinner paint. Okay, and then for our next act, what do you guys think? Gray? Gray or the heirloom? Heirloom white, which is slightly like a off-white, yellowish off-white. Let's go with that. You can always do the gray some other time, but we gotta make sure we got all the red out of this. Whoops. All right. We have, oh, we have 8 minutes, guys. 8 whole minutes. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. Heirloom. Let's do it, heirloom. Okay. Whoops. This is really going to lighten up what we have already down. Yep. Guys. And get our paper ready. Oops. Ooh, a lot of paint on that. Where can we put that? Right there. Oh, 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 come on. Okay, we need a spot to put wet paint stuff on. And And do we have anything? Do we have anything? Come on, that's a triangle. How about this? Hey, all right. Look at that. Look at that, guys. And we'll hit it with the hair dryer for a second. Thanks for the likes, guys. We got up to 5. Where are we at? 130. Guys, so plug that. Oh, I didn't even plug in my song. That's going to be not charged. Okay, and then clean up this brush. Okay, okay. I'll use that water. Where is this? Whoops! Come on, sticking to the canvas. Sticky, sticky canvas. All right, all right. We need more paper towels. We know we're gonna have at least 3 more. Let's just see if these all wet. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. That is a wrap. That is a wrap. All right. Get my stuff together. Guys, do that. Okay. Got my drink. Take that. 'Cause we need that for work. All right, guys. So let me show you what we did. Hey, oh wait, you did say that was a while ago. uh, there's a shadow being cast, so you can see the texture in there from that heirloom white. And that's what the banner read. There were some more open pockets, larger open pockets on this one, exposing what was underneath from this one. There was more wet paint left on that one, that's why. But this is good. I don't mind it. So that's what we did today. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Basketballer Gamer, Sabrina Suburban Garden, Jan, the Dude 174, Wild Wolf Art, Nugget VR, Don 543. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you have a good day or evening wherever you're at in the world. And until next time, and thanks for the likes and the subs today. Thank you guys. And until next time, bye for now. Peace, everybody.